8 hours. And something about Google's apps and stuff will no longer work after, and it disappears, so I can't read it now. That figures. Oh, I'm live. I'm live. Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is amateur artist Mark D. Chandler once again from a choppy ManLand live broadcast. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. I don't have anything scheduled, nothing important to say other than the giveaway that I was doing. And the giveaway is in the works. The actual giveaway itself, the contest itself is in the works. And we kind of suffered some setbacks. I'll go to that a little bit later. Don't worry. The giveaway is definitely on. There's no excuses. I'm off tomorrow. But so is the wife. No, the wife's not actually off tomorrow. Her mama is in the hospital now, and it's not looking too good. So that's kind of a negative. Wow. Very, very negative. Let me get everything here rearranged. My little light here. I need batteries in my little light. See this little light? This is part of my giveaway right here. Let me turn it to the side so the light doesn't blind it. I love this little dude here, but I've used it so much, especially on the last live broadcast, the batteries, they've got to be playing down by now. They've got to. It takes 3 AA batteries. Is that right? 3 AA's? Could be 3 AAA's. I don't know. I'm ManLand. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just maximized. Let me get over here to the YouTube page and see what's going on. Let me close this thing here out. Close this thing here out. Close this thing here out. Dad's Army. Hey, Dad's Army. I'm gonna put you on hold, man. I love Dad's Army. I watch that thing left and right. And Are You Being Served? 2 great British TV shows. All right, here's the link. All right, the link is that thing there. I'm gonna take it and copy it. I'm not prepared. I never prepare anything when I get live on YouTube. I just don't do it. I get on a live broadcast when I feel like I want to do something. I would hit enter. That would help. Yeah. Always hit enter, Mark. There you go. One day you'll learn. Now, okay. Hey, I see some folks over here in the crap. I hear myself. I got to hit mute. Hold on just a second. There we go. Now I'm muted. I'm using them headphones and I can hear myself talking in my headphones. Like a 15-second delay. All right. Now, we have external here on YouTube, Shane's World. What? That's right, Brother Shane. We have Lisa Shell. Yo. What's up? Let me stand it out. Bro. Finally, the panel. Boy, that had a heck of a delay. All right. Big Boy Bushcraft. In my best Fat Albert voice. Hey. Hold on just a second. Let me concentrate and type a message here in the external here on YouTube. Being a host talking and trying to read everything that's going on at the same time. You got 10,000 different things going on at one time. That's why I need one of them so-called moderators. Let's see. Hey. Was up, peeps. Now watch this. I'm going to say, hey, what's up, peeps? And I'm going to count 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, and see how much a delay it is. 4, 3, 2, 1, sending the message. There it is. Instantly, it's on YouTube. But by the time you guys and gals out there, the tubes, get to actually hear me say that I sent it, Well, you're probably back at home, had a barbecue, and sat there and made love to your wife or your boyfriend, and you're in the bed asleep. That type of thing. 10 seconds. I see. I see. Shane says that. Yeah, like 10 seconds. I always figure it's like 15 seconds. Varies. Always varies. Hey, quick! While there's nobody else in here right now, is anybody out there right now want to get in on this particular live event right now? I'll send the link here directly in the box. And no, don't be shy. Hey, big boy, did you see the comment that somebody responded to me when I left a message there on your video? And it was talking about, oh, I know who it was. It was Mr. Full Auto. I think it was Mr. Full Auto AK-47. I think it was that said it's a good thing he didn't use big and then his real name right afterwards. And I had no idea what your actual real name was until I did a little bit of research, and I busted a gut laughing so hard. Ranger Cookie is not here. Yay! We get to breathe and live comfortably now. He's a personal good friend of mine. I enjoy him so much. Oh, he's kind of like missing in action right now. The last time he was up, he had trouble with his car. The gas tank was ruptured. Took him a while to actually get back home, get the car fixed. He got it fixed. But I think he spent some time with Donnie Pavellini at Donnie Pavellini Outdoors, and he likes to make his rounds between me, Donnie, and the grumpy guy. And then he'll probably show up. He'll probably show up here next week, knowing him. Mizra's ManLand is currently in Meridian, Mississippi with her mom at a hospital. I know I should be there too. But she called me from Waynesboro. She took her mama to the hospital there to Waynesboro. She was not feeling good at all. And we're talking about some serious, serious issues. And she called me tonight, says they're going to end up transferring her to Waynesboro, to Meridian to do the test. She wanted to come home and get me to go with her and take her to Meridian. I just got off work, exhausted. I said, we can spend the night, get some sleep, get up first thing in the morning and go. She says, no, my mama wants me to go right now with her. I mean, this was all happening right when I got home. My mom will not go unless I go with her right now. And so it was kind of a iffy, doohickey thing. And she decided to go ahead. And I did some research trying to find out where they were going to. Didn't even know the name of the hospital. And that's where she's at now. She followed the ambulance up there finally and got to the hospital. And we're, got our fingers crossed, hoping her mom's pull through. I think it's like a huge kidney infection that has really severely complicated a lot of other issues. Mr. James McIntyre, I guarantee you, man. Say wait. See, James, you only had one yo in there, man. I was gonna do a yo. Let's see here. I'm missing all the comments here on the so-called external. Yes, you know what, big boy, I do believe it was Nathan 4017. I gotta scroll back up because I missed a lot of comments here, running my mouth as usual. Is it MD Outdoors I see that's on the external too? Mr. MD himself? All right, I'm sorry, I'm not talking. I'm not trying to entertain right here. Is there anybody out there right now that wants to get in on this chat? This will not be an all-nighter like I've had one time before. Thanks to MD Outdoors. Thank you very much, brother. I did not have a hangover. I had a hell of a hangover. It's a good thing I don't have but like 2 purple drinks left. MD is off to work. Are you kidding me? We got dishes out there too. Ooh. Okay, let me go here and grab this here link. I'm going to publish it like 1 or 2 times, and that's going to be it, because I know what's going to happen if I publish a live link. It's like, ooh, not a good idea here. But it be kind of like, okay, I guess, in a way. I don't know. I still don't know how to boot them out of here. Anyway, here we go. Boom. Oh, I did enter. Enter. There it is. There's a link. Y'all take a photographic manipulation picture of it right quick and use that link to get on in here. Now I gotta scroll that back over, hit this button here, and scroll back over here. It's too damn complicated, man. YouTube, you ought to have like one thing. Don't sit there and do Google Hangouts and then your own YouTube streaming crap. Put it all together, man. One control center. One control center. I mean, you're educated. You're brilliant people. Hell, what's going on here? You got to realize there's stupid people using this brilliant program, and we stupids. I think we hear a what?
What?
That's right. It's Mr. Shane.
You can't hardly see me, but I'm here.
I can't hardly see you. No, it's not that I can't hardly see you. I can't see you, period.
That's a good thing. I'm in the dark.
Man, I tell you what, you like shooting a lot of them good nighttime videos, man. Brother, that's why you need to win this giveaway I got going on.
That's right. We'll see. We'll see, you know, but whoever wins, you know, it's all good.
Well, brother, right now I'm going to take the opportunity to explain why there has not been a video for the giveaway right at the moment. How you plan things, and you really plan things, and then the job says, no, you will not have that day off to do the things that you planned.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, I've got the next day coming up. And then the wife says, I got to take my mama to the hospital. And it turns out to be something very serious. And then your wife wants you to go to the hospital and to be with her and her mama, which I should be, but I'm not.
I don't know what's been going on.
It sounds very, very bad. It really does. But I mean, on my part, it sounds like I'm really an uncaring type of husband. It's just my wife sprung this on me right when I walk in the door. I'm exhausted. I cannot drive you 45 minutes to where we need to go and get there safely. And she's like, I know that. I said, come home, get some sleep. We'll leave first thing in the morning. She says, Mama wants me to go with her now. They're leaving in an ambulance, and we got to go now. I'm like, okay. That's not going to happen either, because they're fitting to leave, and you're trying to come home, which is a 20-minute drive to pick me up, and we don't even know where we're going to. We gotta get some info together. So anyway, she ended up going with her mom. She followed the ambulance up there. The plan is she's going to spend the night and then come back and pick me up first thing in the morning. And tomorrow, which is being the morning, is the only day I've got to shoot this video for the giveaway. Otherwise, we'll have to wait a whole nother week.
Man, I know. Like, I was, you know, I had to catch up on a lot of videos today, and like, you know, I put in your chat, you know, I lost my cousin, man. He was 35, and it sucks. I mean, great heart and all that, man. It's been a bad week for me too, man.
Man, so I tell you what, we've lost a lot of good people here on YouTube. I've lost a lot of good family. My mother passed away last year. January 21st, she passed away, and it was my sister that brought it to my attention. Do you realize your mama passed away on 121? And I was like, no. And another thing, she passed away exactly on the day that her firstborn child died on. So that was like
Wow.
two omens going on. So this January the 21st, I sat there and I reminisce about it, and I never want to post bad videos, as far as negative, sad type, that type of thing. It's very rare that I do that.
Yeah.
We reflect on personal things that go in our lives, and we really do reflect on those type of things. And I don't, I don't know how we work past it. But anyway, I don't know. Where were we going with this?
Numerology.
Yeah, numerology. Yeah. I was very bad in high school when it comes to math. I admit that there, one plus one equals like 4 or something like that. I think it was. I've heard a lot of talk here on YouTube about this new type of math and how it's supposed to be easy, but when you look at it and try to study it, it's a lot more complicated to understand.
What kind of new? How can they change math? What kind of new math?
Look, it's like psychological. It's like it's like somebody does a piece of artwork, and then you have 10 people to give their interpretation of it, and that's the way they're viewing math now. Like, when you start counting, if it's groups of tens, you can round it off like 10, 20, 30. You can do it in 30s. You take a certain high number, subtract a certain number, and then forward that number somehow or another, and you do all these calculations in your head real easy to be able to come up with a simple answer that's supposed to be accurate. And to me, it's like, man, just let me just grab the calculator.
Yeah, I know,
I,
I know, right?
I don't understand it.
I don't either, but man, I enjoy being on here, man. I got to go back to bed, and I wish you luck on my giveaway, and I hope I win your giveaway.
Hey, man, no problem at all there, brother. It's all part of being in the community, as they say.
Support each other, man.
That's right, man. That's all we got to look. That's all we got. It's like we're not up to the millions and millions of views out there. And to be perfectly honest, when you watch somebody's got like millions of subscribers and you watch that video, you be like, why? Why are
Yeah,
people so attracted?
but before I was watching somebody that I'm subscribed to today, man, and I'm not dogging him out or nothing like that, but man, he's got like almost 10,000 subs, and his
Right.
videos are like 40 minutes long, and they're the most boringest ass videos I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, who the fuck does that?
I can almost take a guess at who that is, but I ain't gonna mention no names.
Well, if you go to my page, you'll see one guy that's got 9,000 thing, and he does metal detecting and all that stuff. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yeah. So
I, I don't get it. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to me to watching anybody's channel, it has to have like the criteria for it for my personal interest, which is cooking. It needs to be outdoor cooking, entertaining as far as either comedy or you really got to be good at talking.
yeah, that's
Because it takes an awful lot to keep my focus. And yeah, I'm one of those that's got like a peanut brain.
yeah, me
You know,
too. That's why I had to change my criteria until now since I started back arrowhead hunting, and then I got to start metal detecting. But I ain't gonna just metal detect. I got some bullshit videos. Excuse my language if there's kids on here. I got some bull crap videos out there when I first started and all that. But so I started like watching other people's videos, like you and Calvin and Carolina Chris. All of our community that we hang out with, man. And I started putting other stuff up and doing other stuff. So I just changed it around a little bit.
man, it's like weird. Um, it's it's like Donnie Pavellini of Donnie Pavellini Outdoors. He finally surpassed me in subscribers. And I am so grateful that he finally did, because that man he's got the looks, he's got the humor, and he's got the knowledge when it comes to like camping, in that bushcraft type of sense. And that's like I'm speaking of the genre there. And he's got it. He really does. When he and I get together and we're shooting a video together, it's like Abbott and Costello. We play and feed off of each other. I sit there and I look at the so-called popular videos that I've got right now. If it's a video that's got like 5,000 views, I've got a lot of comments. Hey, great video. Love your humor. This, that, and the other. There's a lot of thumbs ups, but you have like 5, 6, 7, 10 thumbs down, and those people that do the thumbs down do not tell you what it is that pissed them off, what you're doing wrong to get that thumbs down. And so it's not like a two-way communication thing going on there.
And what pisses me off, you know, I see that too with the trolls or whatever. YouTube should show you like who's giving you the thumbs down. I think they should show you so you can go ask them what you did wrong in that video. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got the feature, the thumbs up and thumbs down views off.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And for the longest time, Sean Emery of Sean Emery's channel there, very funny guy, very popular. He does a lot of hammock type of camping, and he is definitely a 100% USDA approved hiker. He loves to walk in the woods, and he predominantly has that function turned off.
Oh, I got
And
you.
I don't know if it personally offends him, but I leave mine on to try to get some type of feedback,
Yeah.
because I do not monetize my channel. I don't make a damn dime off of this, and I realize that YouTube, because they're not making money off of my channel, do not want to promote anything that I do.
Yeah.
Why would they? And I'm not down in YouTube or Google Plus or whoever they want to call themselves now, because I know it takes a lot of money to buy the equipment, the servers, to host the videos that we post for free. They've got to pay for the bandwidth. I don't pay for nothing. I upload a video. The only thing I complain about is the fact that it takes so damn long to upload a video.
Right. Yeah, it does.
Everything I do is for free.
It does take a long time. Like a 5-minute video. Like if I try to keep mine mostly short, in between 10 minutes or whatever. But hell, it takes almost 30 minutes to download that shit to YouTube. Yeah, you're right.
It's like Michelle just posted on here, says, I have a video that tells you how to see who's thumbing you down. It don't say who, but the state they are in, and then you can narrow it down. Michelle, I watched that video. My thumbs down, personally, I thought I knew it was like 1 or 2 people that were constantly doing that. Come to find out, unless Google Analytics is lying or misinformed or bad data or whatever you want to call it, I'm getting thumbs down from a general variety across the world type of thing. So I cannot localize who the individual is. It's not like I've got a stalker that says, well, I just don't like ManLand, so every time I watch a video, I'm gonna thumb his video down. That's not what I'm getting here. I would like positive feedback. Does that make sense? Positive feedback, even though it's negative feedback. I would like some feedback on what I'm doing on my channel. People off enough to hit that thumbs down. Maybe the video is too long. Maybe the video is not entertaining enough to keep their attention for the 7 minutes. Do they want long videos? Do they want short videos? I don't know. Maybe it's even the content. I do know this. I had one commenter here about a half a week ago on a video that I did, and it was, I think it was the firebox stove versus the free soldier stove. And the comment was, No, it was not that video. It was the video of the Stanley Adventure Camp cook set versus the Pathfinder stainless steel cook set deal. And the commenter said, a total waste of time. And I got to thinking, I said, well, what did I do wrong with that video? I don't think anywhere on YouTube they showed that you could take the Stanley Adventure Camp cook set and nest it inside the Pathfinder school stove, and that the lids were actually interchangeable. I said, nowhere have I seen that. So unless they want me to go out there and start talking about specs, giving them the weight, the volume capacity, and all that stuff, well, hell, man, they can go to the damn site that produces this thing and find out the specs if they want to.
ManLand, can you hear me?
There's Lee.
Yeah, we got Lee's here. But listen, y'all, let me cut it short, man. Hey, y'all stay safe, man. And if you post this live or whatever, I'm gonna put it in my shout out video. So go look at it, man. Thanks for adding me. Y'all take care.
All right.
Hey, no problem there. No problem, Shane. Hey, Shane, before you leave, give me a what?
What? Y'all take care, man.
All right, brother, you take care of yourself. Ladies and gentlemen out there in the wonderful world of YouTube, we have now a special honored guest. If you're not familiar with Lee, Mr. Lee himself, who happens to actually have Odin's hammer, the mighty hammer. This hammer can do anything.
Hold on.
Y'all need to know who the Lee boy is. There it is, the hammer itself.
But anyway,
now Lee is one of those rare. Yeah, Lee is one of those rare YouTubers out there that likes to do. I'm gonna say this and sum it up: superhero type of movies, comic books, that type of genre. But yet, is very serious about what he does. He does also some gaming. Do you not do gaming reviews from time to time? Also,
nah, just the superhero movies and TV shows, and I try to give people an insight on how it is from the comic book and the difference between the movies and television.
Are you into The Walking Dead? Because that seems like to be the hottest thing, you know, here.
Yeah.
If you do me a favor, if you would, brother, do me a favor, entertain the folks while I go and relieve some pressure off my lower bowels here, and I shall be right back. And we're gonna talk a little bit. I see James out there, Mr. James McIntyre himself has showed up. Vaporizing. Yeah. We might actually talk a little bit of The Walking Dead tonight, just to have something to talk about.
Yeah, that's crazy. It should be back in about 2 weeks, I think.
We're gonna leave that fireball alone, buddy. Okay.
Oh, hey, that's right. That's what got you last time, wasn't it, there, James?
Yes, we're gonna leave that shit alone.
Y'all, in case y'all missed that video, it's on my channel. I don't know where exactly it was, but James was talking and talking and talking. Also, he just disappeared, and we all kind of like put two and two together and figured out what happened.
Well, let's just put it this way: I found out how cold the garage floor was.
Oh, mercy!
Yeah.
Wasn't you mixing that fireball with something else as well?
No, as a matter of fact, bottle out here. I can show it to you right now. It's right here.
Right, and I think you were chasing it with a little bit of beer or something there, if I remember right. But then again, I was heavily on purple stuff myself.
I think it was a lot of beer.
Someone said hi.
Oh, okay. My daughter says hi.
Hi.
Hey, daughter.
But yeah, I chased it with a lot of beer that night.
Yep. Well, y'all, I'll be right back. I'm gonna lead up to James and Lee to sit there and carry on the conversation. Well, like I say, I got to go release some pressure because I started this thing before I actually did, and I'm feeling it right now. Be right back.
I think he took water. I think he took some water pills. That's he lying.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. That night, man, I drank 25 shots of Fireball and I drank 5 beers.
What?
Yeah. Plus, I drank beer before I got on the live stream too.
Wow.
I was.
So you just had to come on toasted, huh?
Oh man, Every once in a while, you got to act like a fool, and
Well,
I'm 42.
I guess you need it.
That takes a long time.
Well, I guess you need some of the liquid courage sometimes. You need
Cover. Sometimes
it.
I was pretty thirsty that night.
Wow. I'm not a drinker.
You know what?
I'm an occasional drinker, but I'm not a drinker really.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to stay away from that stuff, man.
It catches up to you in the long run.
Yeah, it takes longer to recover when you get older.
Yeah, the body starts to change up. That's definitely a fact.
But yeah, what ManLand was talking about before about like videos and stuff and comments that he gets and stuff like that. I got one video on my channel that I've got like 17,000 views on. And that was my bug out bag video, and I had 10,000 views within like 3 months.
Wow.
And
that's impressive.
I got a lot of feedback from it, except for like one guy, and it was funny because I read the comment and he said something about, oh well, this isn't a bug out bag and this and that, and you need this and you need this, and I'm just thinking to myself, it took me 2 years of research to build that bug out bag and put all that stuff together because I'm not a rich man.
Right.
I mean, when you start buying stuff for a bug out bag, it gets very expensive. So I try to do things as cheap as possible. And one of the things in the comment that really, really pissed me off the most was the fact that he said my knives suck. Now, if you watch the video, I show a few different knives, and both the fixed blade knives are Tom Chitwood knives. Now you're going to tell me that my good friend Tom took the time to make that knife from scratch and tell me that knife sucks? No.
Oh yeah, you talking about Tom Chitwood?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look, man, anybody that says that Tom Chitwood knives suck, I don't know, how do I put this politely? Because Tom puts a lot of love and high quality, and for somebody to make a knife from scratch,
that's dedication.
To see something that's in your hand and that is so professionally made. Tom does amazing work.
Oh,
very amazing.
Yeah. Matter of fact, here's one of them right here.
Woo.
It's like, and you like, how did he put all that detail in there? It's like, can I do that? No, I can't.
This should be a farrier's rasp.
Yeah, I know what he made it out of, but for somebody to hold that in their hand, thinking, how did he put all that detail in there?
Yeah.
See, they don't know the behind scenes.
No, they don't. And what was funny about it,
that's a true artist who can do that.
Before I responded back to the comment that this idiot left on my video, I went over and I checked out his channel, which had no videos on it whatsoever.
Oh man, I'm so tired of that. Yeah. Hey, Papa, I'm gonna reply to Papa. Papa says, "What's up, Martin?" I just want to say, "Hey, Papa, I'm not ignoring you. I'm really into the conversation here. We got Mr. James, we got Lee Boy here, along with amateur artist Martin D. Chandler. And if anybody else wants to get into the conversation here, let me know. I will take 1/3 and final chance on posting the link publicly, and that will be it."
You know what? A lot of times these people, when they don't understand YouTube, a lot of viewers, they don't understand it. They think it's easy just to make a video and just throw it up. And people that start channels, think it's easy to make a YouTube channel. I got my little channel, I got my little views, and I'm just gonna blow up. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. I don't know who's selling them this pipeline drink, but they
don't have a clue how long it takes to shoot the video. First, you got to create the content. You got to have an idea of what you're going to shoot.
Right.
Then you got to actually shoot the video. You got to edit, when you edit, you're editing out all your stupid bloopers, you know, that type of thing.
Right.
And then you got to put it together, and hopefully that you don't cut out something that's important that really needed to be said.
Right.
Reason you might have missed it, because most YouTube creators, I'd probably say 99.9%, are the actual person that's filming themselves, that's actually editing the video.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Spend a total of 12, 14, 16, 24 hours creating this 1 7-minute video, and you're tired as hell of it. You're tired yourself. You don't want to look at it no more. So finally, at the end, you're like, well, you know, like, excuse the pun here, but fuck it, let me throw it up. There it is, you know.
Yep.
I hope people like it, you know, and that's exactly how I feel. I go out there with the best intentions, you know, and then I realize, well, I need to stop what I'm saying, move the camera to this angle to get a different perspective. You know, you've watched all these videos on how to shoot a YouTube video. Then you get back and you start editing the thing, and then you realize, well, what I just said there didn't make any sense. This doesn't tie in. If I cut this one word, I didn't pause long enough to be able to cut into the scene.
Right.
It makes you look like an idiot, you know. You know what I'm talking about, Lee?
Yeah, you stop. You didn't give yourself enough time, and then you got to try to fit it in because you didn't pause long enough. So you got to get that precision cut, you know. And if
right, and you know as well as I know, I don't know what video program you're using, but I'm still using the ancient Microsoft, you know, movie maker doohickey thing here. What? And you cannot finite that thing to where it's exact without it crashing.
Oh man.
So I do all my filming and all my editing on my phone.
See, that would be a nightmare for me.
Yeah, me too.
I can't even work a cell phone. Phone call.
It's a pain in the ass, but you know what? I mean, it's what I have to do it on right now. And I mean, my next big purchase is going to be a good camera and maybe a laptop. But right now, it's not going to happen right now. So,
but I don't know what the conversation is going on in the external out there. But Papa Tex just said something about IP close to the computer. I don't even know where that came from. Up with it. That sounds hilarious to me. Okay, we were talking about bug out bags. Lee is here, and he is a fan of The Walking Dead. I am very much a fan of The Walking Dead. And Lee, I want to kind of go in, and James here, the reality of a possibility. Let's just, for science fiction reasons, let's just pretend that the zombie apocalypse has happened.
Okay.
And let's just discuss for a moment here what The Walking Dead as a show is doing to entertain the people, and it's evidently working. And as let me just say, a prepper, a survivalist type of person, I hate this show. I absolutely hate it because it follow common sense logic. The very first thing is this. What are we, Lee, about 4 years into their life or so?
Well, it's based off the child Judith. You go by her age because when she was a baby, well, she wasn't even conceived yet, and then she became a baby in, I believe, the second season. So you go by whatever age she is. That's how long they've been at it because baby.
We will say 4 to 6 years. And these sorry people are still riding around in some of the dirtiest, the crummiest looking vehicles they found on the side of the road. But in a zombie apocalypse, you have dealerships with Ferraris and Humvees. Got one of those things to ride around in. That's my number one pet peeve right there.
Can I name my pet peeve? Can I name mine?
Go right ahead.
The name mine. The thing that kills me is how everybody walks around with short sleeve shirts and then nobody's wearing leather for the, you know what I'm saying? If it was me, I'd wear leather because it's hard to bite through. You know what I mean? Everybody's
Right.
walking around with short sleeve t-shirts and shorts, exposing themselves to, you know, at any time you can get attacked. If you're wearing leather, the zombies can't bite through that. Leather is tough. It's tough material. You know, that's the
Right.
one thing
And
that kind of messes
oh
with
man,
me.
I've got a ton of pet peeves about the show and the scientific properties behind it. Consideration the fact that there are zombies walking around. Okay, well, I'll give them that. You know, let's just give them that right there. How fast does the body decompose? You know, I won't even argue that point. They can make it up. You know, a zombie, once they turn to a zombie, they got a 10-year lifespan. I don't care. When they
My
go
thing is,
into the
I'd run to Alaska or Antarctica, somewhere cold, to freeze them off. They wouldn't be able to get me.
Oh no! But see, you got to watch. Well, that's another show entirely. You know, about the German show that they did there about what was the name of it? There was a living dead zombie German Nazis. That's what they were. Some kind of zombie Nazis that would actually survive the freezing cold. It was hilarious. It was they had good graphics.
They had triple
And
down
it was a
boost
dumb.
jackets. How the hell they survived the cold?
I don't know, man. It was weird. It was still entertaining, but at the same time, it was like, no, this can't be really happening. You know, you got to have some kind of logic, some type of sense behind these movies. But we can argue points. When The Walking Dead, whoever the director is at that particular episode, decides to shoot a certain scene. One of the major problems I had was Glenn and Nicholas when they fell off the top of the garbage dumpster.
Oh man, the angle, the way they fell. He was supposed to be Chinese food.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he was supposed to be facing the opposite way. He did not do a 360 flip. He ended up with his head next to the dumpster.
Right.
And then even at that angle, you could see that the dumpster was so close to the ground, would have a hard time trying to crawl up under the thing.
James, what you think?
You know,
be quiet, James.
I'm just listening, man. You know, for me, I mean, The Walking Dead is just so far fetched. It's not even funny, man. It's just basically entertainment.
That's what it is. That's basically what it is.
It is super entertainment, but to be entertained, you have to have some type of sense of reality.
Right.
And I've seen comments on YouTube here that has been so aggravating to me. If you can survive the zombie apocalypse, then you are truly prepared. And I said, okay, let me just take this as a ha-ha moment here. Let's just assume that there truly is a zombie apocalypse out there. So now we're not only fighting zombies, but we're fighting living human beings who will shoot back at you. We're fighting military. We're fighting ex-military. I mean, we've got like everything coming against us as a solo survival situation here.
Well, I think that part of it is probably the most accurate part about the show, actually.
I agree.
You know, that are alive are going to be fighting each other, you know, at some point. You know, I mean,
and I think that's why they call it The Walking Dead. Is that it's not the zombies that are actually the dead; it is actually those that are still alive.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what Robert Kirkman said. The creator of The Walking Dead actually said that's the actual meaning of The Walking Dead. So, ManLand, give yourself a 121 salute for that because you figured it out.
You know what? I've seen that a long time ago, and I've always appreciated the fact that this is an entertaining show. I love it. I will not miss an episode. But another major pet peeve I have is when they take a character and they kill them off. Usually, I would say probably a good 80 to 90% of the deaths of popular characters make no sense. Tyrese, too bad.
Okay.
My wife was sitting next to me. We're watching the episode together, and this little zombie ass kid came out of nowhere and bit Tyrese in the arm. She knows what I did. I got up and I slammed my drink down on the table, and I said the BS cuss word so much that she's like, Mark, you need to calm down. I said, no, this was dumb. This was dumb as hell. This is a guy check every dark corner. He knows to check under the beds. He knows to check the closets. He knows to check everything.
This is the
And
same
all
guy
of a
that went
sudden,
outside and beat up mad zombies for Judith and came back inside. Remember that?
right? Yes, it made no sense. I love how they not killed his character off. I love how he reacted to the to the fact that he was dying, and he was seeing those that were killed off before. I love that fact, but they killed him off, which ticked me off to begin with. But if you're a true survivor, and I know that if you're weak from food, weak from water, you will make stupid mistakes. But Tyrese, in this particular episode, when he got bit, was not suffering from fatigue at all. It was a mistake that just should not have happened. But they use it as a general excuse to say, okay, well, it's time for Tyrese to go. We'll have him get bit by a zombie kid. And it didn't make any sense. There's a lot of the characters that are being killed off in some of the most senseless ways, accidental ways, or surprise ways. It makes no sense. What's the blonde-headed girl that was with Daryl and then she got abducted? Beth. Yes, Beth.
Oh, the one that got killed in the hospital.
Up there and stabbed the officer cop.
Right, yeah.
And if you watch the scene closely, the cop did not have a gun in her hand. And as soon as she stabbed her, boom, Beth gets shot through the head.
I gotta rewatch that one. But I didn't like that death neither. It was stupid. That one I admit to you, that was stupid.
It was
needless. And all because she said some word to her, right? Like some kind of word she said to her, and it like triggered her to kill her. It was stupid.
And then you watch Noah. Now this was probably the one that really upset me, was Noah. They were in the revolving door. Now I did not know that a zombie or two zombies had superhuman strength to pull a full-grown man with another full-grown man out of that revolving door to be able to rip him apart like they did. Zombies are slow, they're decomposing, they're not supposed to be that strong, but yet they grabbed him by the leg or the pants leg and all of a sudden just easily just pulled him out.
That's Hollywood theatrics.
And man, that's what I'm saying. They're killing these characters. They're cool ways that they're doing it, but it makes no sense.
Well,
but I guess my number one pet peeve type of thing is when it goes back into reality of what these people carry, what they do. We know that there's gun stores, and then maybe they all got, ransacked or something like that. Maybe somebody grabbed all the ammo in all these gun stores and stuff, Walmarts, that type of thing that we didn't see. But it seems like there's a lot more ammo, a lot more guns out there that could have been collected. The military is definitely, down. We haven't seen a lot of military guys in this show. So we're talking hundreds and thousands of tanks, bombs, bazookas, hand grenades, that type of thing that could be collected. But yet we're not seeing them utilized in a real zombie type of scenario here.
James, well, that type of situation right there just kind of leads me to believe that all of that ammunition and all those bombs and all that stuff have already been spent.
That's a very good point. Very good point. Yeah. How about that?
They showed some of it in the governor. When the governor came about, he was the one that had I seen people riding in Hummers. I believe Rick used the bazooka, and I think just now Negan took the bazooka, if I'm not mistaken, over to his arsenal and stuff like that. So they had some weapons, but a lot of that stuff's probably already washed and garnished and taken out already.
Let me do this right here. I know I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm going to do it one more time. I see the Calvin's Corner 72 is out there. Shalisha. Hey, Shalisha, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Lisa? Or is it Lisa?
Lisa.
Inquiring minds want to know. I'm going to go ahead and post this link here one more time. We've only got like 19 watching right now. So maybe we won't get them crazy outsiders out there. If you want to get in on this particular conversation, go ahead and jump on in there. There's a link. That's the 4th time, and that will probably be the last time I post it.
Hey, ManLand, what about Carl, your favorite character who keeps running off without nobody?
Look, man, Look, man, let me tell you about Carl. This piece of shit, okay? They find a bottle of whiskey. Jesus takes a drink and then chunks it out the back. All right, that's one of the biggest negatives I had right there. You don't throw away good liquor.
Somehow I knew he was gonna say that. Somehow I knew he was gonna say that. Not because he's in the van,
all right, and then
but because of the whiskey. Not because he's in the van.
That's right. That's right. Because of the whiskey. Now, Mr. Carl finally shows up at the bad guy's fort. He takes his little machine gun and he's blasting bad guys away left and right. Is he not?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Negan happens to walk into the frame shooting. And I'm thinking, what? Yeah. What are you doing? What, did you run out of ammo? Did your gun jam? You know, give me some reasonable explanation. It's like, there's Negan. There's the guy I'm here to kill. And all of a sudden, anymore. You know, is it Darth Vader in disguise? You know, what's going on here?
He's using the Force on him.
Now, when it came to Negan bashing everybody's heads in, you know what? We can argue this point here left and right. I know people can do this. I'm not going to go there. The group was sitting there. I don't think their hands were tied. Nobody jumped up. Nobody rushed Negan. Nobody did none of that right there. But in the aftermath, when the next season finally started, Negan is driving the van or the RV. Rick is in the back. While Negan is driving, he had 10,000 opportunities to kill Negan right then and there. Because Negan is preoccupied with driving.
Yep.
And he does not do anything. He just doesn't do it. It makes no sense.
I think it's pretty safe to say that
Shane, I loved Shane's character.
Shane was man.
Shane became the badass. And then when he supposedly shot Otis in the leg, that was BS. Absolute BS. And I said, that is out of character for Shane. He tried to save Otis. I want to leave Otis behind. And all of a sudden, now he shoots him in the leg. That made no dead blasted sense whatsoever.
What they were doing, ManLand, it was transitioning Shane to adapt to this new world where it's kill to be killed. Because remember, he was in love with Rick's wife. And he wanted to show that, look, I got this medicine. And he knew that Carl needed this medicine. So now he's going to transform into what Rick is doing now by any means. Like, I have to do this. Because between me and them, I'm going to take the chance and do it with me.
I am just, I don't know, man. Him behind, and Shane says, no, I'm not leaving you behind. Earlier in the same episode, he just said that. Yeah, but all of a sudden, when they're running away, there was no reason for him to shoot him in the leg to buy time. They were both well ahead of the horde. Hey. All right, and then
they were. I give you that. They were, but I think that in the long run, it was more so they both were injured. They both had to come back to the same spot. They would have led. Remember, the zombies don't stop, so they're going to continue in that same path that you're going in. So if they're injured and they're running or they're walking, they're going to lead them back to the spot where Carl and everybody else is at. It's going to lead them right back there. So he shot him to be like, look, it's either me or you. You're going to slow them down with. Give me even more space to get them out of my view so they can't see where I'm going back to.
Even then, Otis had said at one point in that same episode, leave me behind, go ahead. And Shane says, no, I won't. That is so contradictory. That is absolutely contradictory to when they changed his character right in that very exact same episode. Shane would have sat there and said, man, we're fixing to die. Otis would have probably said, you know what? So leave me, let me fall behind and you get away. You get the medicine where it needs to go. Because he already felt bad that he shot the kid.
Right.
You know, he was willing to risk his life. But just for Shane to sit there and say sorry or whatever he said, pow, shoots him in the leg. I was like, no, y'all just turned a very logical thinking individual who's a badass. Yes, he's self-preserving, he thinks of himself and others as close to him, but you turn him into an absolute type of monster, like he's really a bad, selfish type of guy.
Well, I hate to break it to you, man, Land. That's what Lee Boy is here for. Shane actually dies pretty early in the comic book. He actually gets shot in the neck by Carl.
But it's so sad. I love Shane. He was the man. He made all the right decisions. And what happened? Rick was like anti-Shane, right? No, we got to think of the group. We're here for the people. No, we're together. We got to survive together. And then Rick turns around and becomes Shane.
Yes, that's exactly what Rick is right now. Rick right now is a man that Shane would be proud of.
Right. And then, but what happened when he met Negan? He turned out to be a bitch.
It's safe to say that Carl and Rick are Negan's bitch.
I believe so. I really believe so.
Pretty much, because he made them spaghetti and was holding Judith and drinking lemonade.
Would any of us sit there and really do in no matter what time frame allow Negan to do the things that he was doing, and we're there close and personal with him?
Check it out, ManLand. I think the reason why Rick was doing what he was doing because he looked at it this way. This guy outnumber us. He outguns us. We can't go to war with him. We don't have the resources to outfight this dude. So we'll wind up losing more people on our end. And that part where he was about to cut Carl's hand off,
right?
It's like if I fight back, he's gonna kill me anyway, and my son and everybody else. So I might as well just follow suit because there's no sense of acting right now and getting everybody killed. You know what I'm saying? For the sense of just one person. Because that's how Rick was looking at it. And Carl was like, go ahead, you take my hand, go ahead. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I fight him, he's gonna kill me anyway, and my son and everybody else. So I might as well just fall in.
Well, I'm of the opposite way of thinking. Is I've got an axe in my hand. I'd have swung it right between somebody's leg and cut him down to size.
And then you risk everybody else dying, though.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because my group has been there and fought their warriors. They are survivors, and they know how to take care of their own.
Right, but if
it's not like I feel personally. It's not like I feel personal. You know, it's like this right here. What we've all been through, as much as we've lost,
right?
For me to have my one and only son killed, or either I cut his arm off, I would make the decision. If I cut his arm off, you're so crazy, you're going to kill him anyway. So what have I got to lose? Right. I'm going to sit there and make a decision.
But ManLand,
and I'm going to take you out.
Everybody else that was around. I mean, yeah, fighting back would be the a natural father thing. But the way Rick was looking at it was, if I fight this guy, everybody else, right, including my son, because he might kill us anyway. They were all. If you look at that scene again, everybody was down at gunpoint. So they wasn't going to turn around and fight nothing if you at gunpoint. You understand? If you go back to that,
I don't know.
Everybody was at gunpoint.
Yeah, what you were saying there, yes, they were definitely at gunpoint. But if Rick and say somebody else, what's the redheaded guy who got his head bashed in? Abraham. If those two had just got up and rushed Negan right then, okay. Do you think they would take a chance on trying to shoot at Rick and Abraham and going to hit Negan? No. That would have gave a third member to get up, a fourth and a fifth to get up and rush, and it would be in a group right then.
I see what
you're saying. They could
have
shot anybody.
So you're saying that if they all would have rushed Negan, the people that's at gunpoint would have no longer been the targets. They would have focused their attention on trying to save Negan. That would have gave the people that's down chance to get up to overpower the people that had them at gunpoint.
Yeah, or the people that didn't get up would still be at gunpoint, but then it would have been a standoff.
Okay.
And that is what, in my opinion, happens in reality. It's not a controlled thing to where they try to play emotions and get you to love the bad guy and love the good guys and this, that, and the other. In reality, without thinking and without plans. And I think that's what, if you took me, James, you, Lee, and everybody else and put us down there on our knees and had some bad guy with a baseball bat with some barbed wire wrapped around it. Yeah, there's guns in the background pointed at us. but they're not directly pointing at us at 100% of the time. There's no way we're going to sit there and let him just sit there and bash somebody's head in.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny? You got to take an accountability as if everybody's not on the same page. Because what if you make that move and you look back like, oh, y'all wasn't with the plan?
Oh yeah. You're absolutely right. I said, I thought y'all had my back.
You know what? I think it's going to be either one of two scenarios happen to take out Negan. It's either going to be his own guys, or it's going to be what's his name? That they took hostage.
Who we talking about?
What the heck was that guy's name?
Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. It's either going to be Daryl,
yes,
or one of his own guys. Maybe even
Daryl's the
guy,
wild card.
Even
because Daryl's not in the comics, and I don't follow the comics at all. I don't want any type of spoiler whatsoever.
Daryl was written for the show. He's not in the comic books at all.
Daryl's kind of like the wild card, so they can use him as a character to get away with a lot of stuff. And you're right, James. I think that if as bad a character as they're trying to portray Daryl, a badass, I think they're going to let Rick get the final revenge, because in the comics, Negan actually dies. Correctly?
No.
Oh, I've heard on Make a Path Presents that Negan was killed by somebody else, by another group or badass group.
Well,
that took over.
From what I know is that Rick actually he does get his revenge on Negan, and he thinks he kills him, but Negan actually survives.
Oh.
Now, Negan, if the latest comic book that came out recently, or maybe a couple of months ago, if Negan died, then I guess he did. But as far as the last time I was reading, he was still alive. But there is,
what is the actor's name that plays the part of Negan? Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean is the man.
I love him. This guy has tickled me to death. I love his.
Can I say something real quick? Here's a little Easter egg. If you've seen Batman v Superman, you'd notice that Maggie and Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, were actually Thomas and Martha Wayne for Batman.
Jeffrey Dean has done such a wonderful job portraying this character. See, when I'm watching WWE wrestling, and yes, I'm a WWE wrestling fan.
Oh, me too. I
always go for the heels. My wife can't stand it. And I said, that bad guy that you hate right there, that you hate so much, I said, he's the reason that you love Shawn Michaels and the rest of them. Because without that bad guy, them good guys ain't worth a damn. I said, they got to have some good opposition. So I got to go back to my Jesse Ventura days when, he was supporting the bad characters and giving them support, on the ringside announcements and things like that right there. So
the heel announcer, that's what they called them. Like
that's right.
Bobby Ventura. Who else? What's his name? The Brain. Bobby
Eaton. Yes, and even Jerry the King was getting into that from time to time.
Right.
And when it comes to Negan, my wife said, "Oh, I can't. I hate him. I hope he dies." I'm like, no, he just came on. He's a breath of fresh, we gotta love to hate him. Now, the governor, I had a difficult time trying to like him because he was like strange and unusual. I kind of understood where he was coming from as far as the character goes, but yet he collected the heads. Now he kept his daughter alive, so-called alive. I kind of understood that. But he's got heads in aquariums. And I'm thinking, well, this guy he just plain psycho, man. He just, no matter what he says and what he does, he goes up there and just shoots the military when he could have shook their hands and brought them into, where they lived, and they could have reinforced their enforcements, But he just goes and he just kills them. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, he was a whack job, because this guy, at one time, like, they was trying to give him a redemption story where he was with some other family and stuff, and I was like, why? For what? This guy's a whack job.
Negan is his character. Yeah, he's like strange and unusual. He's very unpredictable.
Wait till you find out. Wait till you find out what he was doing before he got with his group. You're gonna laugh.
But you love to hate the guy, or well, I love to support him because I love the bad guys. They
Yeah,
just to me they make more sense. they don't hesitate. They kill and move on. Rick is like, oh well, we got to think about this. Let's discuss this in a committee.
Rick, loving the bad guys.
Rick, if I was in a group with Rick, I know that their chances of us dying a lot quicker.
James, you asked, what's up, James?
When I used to watch WWE, that was it for me. I used to love watching WWE for the bad guys. And one time I was driving through Oklahoma City. It was snowing like hell outside, and we stopped at a Chili's restaurant, and a bunch of us were sitting around our table, and it was kind of late at night, and this crowd of people came in, and they sat down at a table, one of them real big, long, like round booth, it's kind of like an oval, and they were just really loud. And I told the waitress, I said, hey, can you calm those people down? We want to eat so that, we can go out and get some sleep before we have to go drive again. And, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. They were just at the wrestling event and this and that. And I said, wrestling event? Oh yeah. It was a big thing, Oklahoma City and all this. I'm like, okay, fine. So I get up, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Well, I walk past the table and it was Triple H and China and the Road Dog and just a bunch of them.
Oh, Jesse James,
the badass Billy Gunn.
The new age outlaws. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but say it.
I got a Chili's menu with all their signatures on it. But,
awesome. That is awesome.
But, I got to talk to him a little bit, and I'm like, well, look, you got some good guys sitting with some bad guys and this and that. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's just a show, man.
But, it goes back to, like somebody just commented on JYD, Junkyard Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Loved his character so much. And when you get onto the WWE network, there's a lot of good video that's lost, and they're trying to compile it and trying to find this, that, and the other and trying to put it back on there so everybody can see. And there was a character here in Mississippi, in Greenville area, that would come down and visit and do his wrestling. And I don't know if anybody knows him. His name was Tommy Boogaloo Shaft. And it's a black guy, and he wore a black hat. And his catchphrase was I loved his catchphrase. He said, "You don't mess with my green or my sweet Betty Jean." That was his catchphrase. And it was right at the time of JYD was there. We had Tony Atlas. We had Cowboy Bill Watts. We had the Spoiler. We had Mr. X. And everything that comes to our area. Yeah, yes. We had those locals. And then I moved deep south Mississippi. And I'm hearing about the locals that wrestled in like Mobile, Alabama stuff. And these are new names that I never heard of. Way back in the day, I had no idea that Cowboy Bill Watts was actually a promoter. I thought he was just a wrestler.
Yeah, he did everything.
And I found out
he was the promoter, the booker. Back then, you had multiple hats, especially when that was territory wrestling, right? When everybody had territories, right?
Right, right.
Yeah, everybody. You had one person that's probably everything: the promoter, the booker. The person that was there ringing the bell.
That's probably the worst thing that ever happened to wrestling is the fact that WWE or WWF, whatever they want to call themselves now, actually bought out the competition because there's no real competition anymore.
Yeah,
I agree. That to me really hurt the profession because actually my channel that I have, Lee's Final Word, was actually supposed to be about wrestling and comic books and stuff. I just narrowed it down to TV shows. I didn't want to spread myself too thin, but wrestling holds a big place in my heart. And wrestling with the competition, like TNA, for example, they messed up putting Hogan and Bischoff in charge and getting rid of what made them special But WWE buying out their competition really hurt them, because competition for anything is good. It gives you
Always good.
variety. It gives you
Yeah.
options. It makes both sides fight for, you know, attention, and gets people to put on their best performances. And they're not, WWE don't give a damn no more. They hiring a lot of indie guys, which I do like, but there's no competition. There's no competition for them to put on a better show.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what the competition does. It brings out the best.
Right.
And we used, when me and my brother, this is back when I was married to a wife number, we were living on a piece of property out there, me, my dad, and my brother together, and we would all get together, especially on pay-per-views. But when we're watching wrestling, when one station went to a commercial, we'd flip over to see WCW to see what was going on. And if we were smart enough at the time, we would have had both TVs going with 2 different channels to keep up on everything. But it was either Hulk Hogan during the time with the NWO.
Oh yeah.
or it was you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, you know, with the Bad Attitude era. And it was a major competition between the 2 channels. And we were, as you know, people that watch it, we were eating this shit alive. We, you know, like, this is the best man's version of a soap opera could ever be invented.
Oh yeah.
We just absolutely eating it up.
I would
My dad had a bad habit of saying something every time he watched wrestling. He said, "Oh, that's so fake. Oh, that's so fake." I said, "Dad, the floor here on your knees. Get on your knees here on the floor, and fall back on your back. Just fall on your back, and tell me that doesn't hurt, because what these guys are doing are super entertaining. They're actual living entertainers."
Yeah, people don't understand about wrestling that, you know, I hate when people say that, you know, it's fake, like as if I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's no different than you watching a movie or a television show. You know, you don't understand how hard it is to go out there in front of thousands of people, grab a microphone, sit there, cut a promo, and then get dropped on your back. The mats ain't soft.
No, they ain't soft at all. I know. I went up there and I touched several of them in life. That's like, man, they're falling on plywood. Now, yes, it's springy. Yes, there is some type of cushion under there. Yes, maybe a little bit. I cannot look. I was about 3 years ago unloading a load here in our truck that made a delivery at the grocery store, and I slipped and fell on my back inside that truck. Up, was more embarrassed than anything. They were all asking me, "Are you okay? You're okay?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm fine. I'm fantastic. You know, nothing going. Just a little bit embarrassed, you know." And I get up. 3 hours later, I was suffering from that little fall. I mean, my back was aching. I couldn't walk. I was walking like a really old man, like an 80, 90-year-old man, begging, said, "Somebody give me some aspirins." I mean, and these guys are doing this stuff day in and day out. They are some real tough hombres. I would really hate to be in some type of a fight with them in real life.
Like any other profession, you know, whether it is, you got to be trained for it. You know, the average Joe just can't jump in a wrestling ring just because they say, "Oh, it's fake," and think they can put on a show and perform at the level that these guys perform at. Now, getting dropped on your back, that's real. Getting hit with a chair, that's real.
It's real. It's very real.
I mean,
and you know, they do it to minimize the impact as much as possible, while still making the best sound.
Right, it's choreographed. It's choreographed like any other thing, like a dance, whatever the case may be. But if you can be ass in a dance,
man, dude, I have seen them fall off the top of a ladder onto a ladder that's laying down, kind of suspended, and I know how much it hurts to fall on a ladder because I've done that in life so many times. That crap hurts. You cannot land on a ladder correctly and not get hurt.
Oh, you gotta go flipped and suplexed on ladders. I seen that, and I was like, "Damn, that's no joke."
I got a good one for you. Remember whenever what's his name? Mick Foley had that Hell in a Cell.
Undertaker and Hell in a Cell, brother. I was just finna say that.
It's at that wrestling match. I actually watched that when it was happening. When he fell through the top of that thing, I thought he was dead when he went through that floor, man. When he went through that ring, I thought he was dead.
I don't. He says himself. He said the people say that that was probably the greatest moment in his life, and he says no. He says I've done a lot worse that did not get the coverage that it deserved.
Oh yeah,
Mick Foley is a tough hombre.
Oh yeah, he used to do that,
and he
in Japan.
The behind the scene interview that I saw briefly. He was arguing with Undertaker, and he told Undertaker, "Just throw me off the top of the cage." And he was like, "What?"
Yep, he told him. He said, "Throw me off."
He says, "Are you crazy?" And he says, "Okay," and he did it. And Undertaker, and you'll watch the reaction. The camera kind of catches it. Undertaker's like, "Oh shit, what just happened?"
Mm-hmm.
And then he got the nerve to get up, climb the cage, and then tell Taker, "Slam me through the thing." And he's like, "Are you serious?"
I mean, come on. Yeah, do that. Have somebody in that real life do that. No. That was real life. And then you're going to sit there and meet somebody like that in real life and expect to get the better of them? No. Mick Foley has got testicular fortitude, as he calls it.
Even if he does.
He definitely the man.
Hey, ManLand, I'm going to have to sign out, my man. I got to get up in the morning, dude.
All right, Lee, man. I appreciate you coming by, man. I really do. I really absolutely do. James, you're not finna leave me, are you?
Yeah, I got to get going here in a little bit. But I'll stick around.
I was going to keep it here kind of short and sweet. I just want to get on there and let everybody know about the so-called giveaway I got going on. It's kind of like this right here. The only day I got off is tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully get to shoot the actual giveaway itself. If not, it will probably be next Tuesday when I shoot it. Y'all see it Wednesday. So the giveaway is definitely going forward. It was for a reason, the way I designed this thing right here. It's not about a $5 flashlight. It's actually about the community. That's the only hint that I'm going to give away. And to let everybody know that how much I appreciate each and every one of you who truly do subscribe to my channel. And I encourage you to go to Lee Boy's channel, subscribe to him and to James McIntyre, and to everybody that you see over here in the comment section here on the external. We are a community like none other. And there's a lot of love. What did I get on the humble meter?
Charge, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sit there and we're going to sign this thing off here because it's after 12 midnight, like 12, almost 12:30 here.
1:25 here in New York.
Oh man, that's too far in advance.
10:30.
Anyway, if you're at least that much in the future, let me know who wins the Super Bowl here so I can place my bet.
If only it worked like that, man. If only it worked like that.
The only thing I'm gonna say about that is go Atlanta.
The Falcons?
Yeah.
I got high hopes right now, man. I got high hopes.
All right, later, guys.
All right, man.
Lee, appreciate it. James, appreciate it. And y'all, everybody out there watching, this is Amateur Artist Mark D channel once again from ManLand. Wishing you and y'all a very happy YouTube experience out there. And please remember this. Again, I have nothing to say. James, any final words?
No, man, just everybody have a good night, and if you're gonna drink, be safe.
Absolutely. I got like two cans of purple stuff left, and I'm gonna try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be touching any of that purple stuff anytime soon.
Especially not with a hot damn.
Man. I made my wife a whiskey and Coke the other day and just about gagged.
Ooh, I know the feeling.
Yeah. All right, man.
Well, guys and gals, James, appreciate it, brother, man. Appreciate it so much. And to Lee and everybody out there, once again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart stopping by and taking a gander at this little quickie video. Y'all take them easy and take them care. Bye-bye now.